Hello everyone. 안녕하세요. I'm Ann.
I'm Jay.
We're AnnJaystudio. We're about to test drive a brand new 2019 Audi A6.
This car has a 3-liter turbo, which is kind of like overkill for this segment. So I'm excited to drive this monster. Let's go.
Let's check it out.
Come on. Before we go on the road, I would like to show you guys the camera systems of Audi A6. Okay. We have a 360 views, kind of like a satellite views, and then this is like a front camera, and this is rear camera. But there are lots of camera options, like rear wheel, like camera, front wheel camera, and then a wide angle of the rear view. A lot of options, but one thing that really stands out is 3D.
Nice.
Yes. BMW has it. Recently we saw Cadillac XT6 has it. They're all really great, like image processing, but this is the only 3D view that you can like touch control.
Wow.
Yeah. This one spins, you can even change the angle of the views, but BMW has the similar one that you can control with like gestures, but I think it's a fixed angle that it goes around the 360. Some 3D or 360 views, they have like really dark spot that camera cannot catch, but this one see literally everything around the vehicle. Oh, the coolest thing is it even simulates the lights, brake light, and even the turn signal. Oh, that was not turn signal. No. Turn signal. Whoa. Right? This is very excessive. You know, you don't really need it, but anyways, they did it.
Maybe it's encouraging people to use their turn signals.
Let's drive.
Let's hit the road.
To change drive mode, I have to control this infotainment system. This is what I don't fancy.
Whoa.
So okay, this is comfort mode. I will start with the comfort mode, and then I will change the dynamic when. What?
One thing that just happened when you started to speed up, my seatbelt tightened.
Yeah, that was all of the Audi does it.
Really?
Yeah. Virtual cockpit screen. I love it.
Yeah.
Because I love how Audi designs it.
It's a huge screen, so
yeah, it's very ergonomic. This virtual cockpit screen, it does everything for you. It shows everything you need to see.
You don't have to look at the infotainment.
Unless you want to control the HVAC.
Right.
But it's horrible.
That's pretty hard to see, like, when you're driving, so that's...
It looks very cutting edge, like technology, when you look at the Audi center infotainment screen and the HVAC control screen. But when it comes to control while you drive, you do not want to do it. So,
they're getting better. They made haptic feedback on this one, so you feel when you click it, but you still have to see where you're touching, or else you don't know where it is.
You don't know.
So
you know, you want to have some physical buttons or knobs, you know.
Right, to know where you're at.
This one has 0. So I've been driven Q8, A7, RS5. I love the steering wheel.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's really smooth.
You mean the steering wheel is smooth or the steering is smooth?
Steering is smooth. It's very smooth. And then this is a variable resistance steering wheel. This is very sensitive and very sophisticated. You know? It seems like the resistance changes every mile. When I go like 10 miles per hour, it gets a little tighter, keeps changing until I go really fast. I think on the market, Audi is the best on the steering wheel. And a Q8 was very smooth, but it was still SUV. Yeah. But this car, it's very smooth. And then really quiet. The noise that I hear from the floor, it is very muffled.
Yeah, it's really quiet.
It is very like luxury sedan. I guess this is, you know, the 5,000 differential.
Right.
Yeah, twin like A6 and E-Class and 5 Series. And also I really like the design of the cockpit. You know, when I drive other luxury sedan, feels like I'm wearing like really fancy dress shoes.
What do you mean?
It is really fancy and it's comfortable, but this one, it seems like basketball shoes. You know, I'm in. It's really tight, and it really seems like entire seat embraces me.
Oh,
you know?
I see.
You know what I mean? It's a little, maybe it's a little like a Korean way to
That
express.
was a difficult analogy, but you mean basketball shoes are high and they kind of enclose you?
Yeah.
And that's a good feeling?
Yeah.
Like comfortable?
It is. Yeah, she's English teacher now.
Okay.
So, see? Now I'm going over 40, and then...
You can't tell.
What?
It doesn't feel like we're going fast.
Yeah, it is a very smooth. And corner, I feel a little bit of roll, but I don't hate it. Now I can't believe I'm like 70 miles per hour.
Right, it's so quiet.
It's so quiet. It's so smooth.
This one has 335 horsepower.
Yeah. This car has a 3-liter turbo, mild hybrid powertrain, and 7-speed automatic dual clutch transmission.
Right.
Right? I don't think this is really common. C or D segment sedans have a dual clutch.
Right.
It's very smooth shifting up. When it's shifting down, there's no lagging or like it's bad tuning. Actually, it's really hard to feel.
The shifting. That's how you can't tell if you're going fast.
Yeah. Maybe that's the one of the reason, I guess. Accelerating is really pretty, but not as fun as other turbo cars.
Okay.
369 foot-pound torque.
Right.
That is really, really high for this segment. So it should be very powerful. But now it's comfort mode.
Okay.
Comfort mode, so I don't really feel the kicks. This doesn't feel like turbo. Some people will think this is nice, some people will think it is not nice, because when you buy 3-liter turbo, you have certain expectation. It's a turbo, you want some sort of like really peppy performance. But a lot of people buy this luxurious sedan because you want something really luxury, right?
But
It's not hard enough.
This goes from 0 to 60 in 5 seconds. Isn't that pretty good?
Yeah, it is pretty good. And it's actually like really turbo V6 like performance, but you don't feel it. Sometimes like really turbo, really powerful performance that you can feel from your like a gas pedal. It's a fun, but sometimes like it's a stress. Oh shit, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So is it fun to drive or not?
It's not fun to drive. It's not fun, but I like it a lot for my family, you know? Just like my wife, I don't have kids yet. We will make it soon, but when we have kids, it's really comfortable, like, drive. I guess, you know, this is a little disappointing and surprising at the same time. I saw one review that says like, oh, A6 has everything. Why would you buy A8?
Right.
A8 is like super expensive. This one has everything. It almost feels like I am driving the flagship big sedan. Because it's really comfortable, really light, I feel like slippery, you know?
In a good way?
In a good way.
Okay.
No, it doesn't slip on the...
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the yaw and the pitch. I'm talking about just like... It slips in, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. It was a bad word to choose.
Okay.
English. You have to study English. So it goes really like smooth.
Yeah.
I love it.
Really comfortable to be a passenger into.
Yeah. So I am gonna go dynamic mode. This might give me more performance.
Let's take it on the freeway.
Let's take it on the freeway.
Wow. There's your 0 to 60 in 5 seconds.
Yeah. It was fast enough. It was good, but it was not turbo. It doesn't freak me out. It's like, whoop, I'm going. You know what I mean?
I feel like you're saying this like it's a bad thing, but to me, I prefer this.
Yes, I know, but when you buy 3-liter turbo, this is not what you expect. Over like 50 miles, 60 mile, I didn't feel the weight of this car. I mean, the performance supported like 100%. Also, again, I love the handling, like steering on Audi vehicles. Now we're at the 74 mile per hour. It's like a rock hard. It's so stable. But when I come in to the freeway,
Yeah.
it's a little bit of it curvy, right? And then I was accelerating. It felt lots of roll. So I was a little intimidated by the roll. So I could not really like go as fast as I could. I drove like GLE, new GLE and Q8 and XT6. Those are quite big SUV.
Yeah.
But I didn't really feel roll so much.
Well, the highest trim has adaptive damping suspension,
Oh, okay,
but
so
only
this-
the highest trim, so not this one.
Yeah. Cadillac, even like really cheap XT4 has adaptive damping. When I was trying to get out of the lot,
Yeah.
you know, it has rear wheel steering wheel, so like corner angle was just so sharp. If you live in an Asian country, everywhere is so small. It's
Yeah.
really hard to get out, get in, park, you know what I mean?
Right, that would come in handy.
Yeah, that will really come in handy. Because when I drove the XT4, it has hydraulic brake.
Right.
Some people hate it, some people like it, but I'm one of the likes. I wish someday we will all drive, you know, the car with the hydraulic brakes. But exactly like Q8, I'm like driving, like, oh, why don't I go so fast? And I look at it, and then it's like, oh, I'm at like 75 miles an hour.
Which
So,
is
I mean,
fast.
like, and then I got disappointed. Like, oh, I wanted to feel that acceleration to get to this far, you know?
Yeah.
Like 75. I think this will really suit older people
And me.
and you.
So in conclusion, this is a really smooth ride, but it's not that fun to drive. It might be better for an older driver because it's just so smooth. And there's a few design things that lead us in that direction as well, which you'll see in our other video about the design and everything else. The link is below. If you liked our video, make sure you like and subscribe. We've got a ton of more cars that we want to review. Thank you very much for watching our video. 감사합니다, 여러분.
Okay.
We'll see you next time.
Okay.
Bye.